So initially, I read this during my BDO Reddit video, and I was going to talk about it in there, but it would have taken up too much of a portion of the video. So honestly, I'm using this to educate, is also to vent because it's just a lot of issues with PvP etiquette. But to essentially answer this guy's question is like, what is the accepted PvP etiquette in the game? What do you do? How do you go about it? And honestly, there's a variety of ways to go about it, and it really depends on what you want to do as a person and what your opponent is wanting to do. I'll use myself as an example, okay? So there was this situation that actually happened 2 days ago. There's this guild called Jinetes de Rohan. I assume there's a Latino guild. It's fine. Personally, don't care. But this is like one of the bigger issues because there's a language barrier. I don't speak whatever, a dialect of Spanish that they speak at all. I barely speak my own fucking Spanish. So me talking to him is just, not exactly going to be eye to eye. So he came into my rotation. I killed him once. That's your warning. That's literally your warning. Next time, deck gets thrown if it's possible. So I killed him once. He came back and I literally typed to him. I said, please, I got 15 minutes. You can have the spot. I'll kill anyone that tries to fuck with you. You can have the spot after my scroll is done. And I shit you not, I typed in Spanish, por favor, please. I literally typed in Spanish. And this dude, I swear to God, he said, ya te veo, Bob. The fuck? What the fuck who's Bob, first of all? Second of all, what the fuck? Of course you see me. I don't understand. This is my point. Language barrier. He probably didn't understand what I was saying. I definitely didn't understand the context of his reply. There's a language barrier. So the only thing he's going to understand is force at this point. So I proceeded to kill him 5 or 6 more times. He never killed me once. I beat the living dog shit out of him. I folded him like a motherfucking lawn chair. All right. He just ate shit for a literal 5 minutes. And then I got down to 20k karma. And this is where things get stupid because I can't kill him anymore. I literally can't. I physically can't because if I do, I will go red. And if I go red and he kills me at all, I can lose crystals. I can lose experience, so on and so on. That is literally not fair to me. This guy comes into my rotation, refuses to accept anything because regardless of the language barrier, if you see somebody in the rotation, I'm there. I'm good. You piece the fuck out. You have no business being there anymore. And that is the problem, is where you get punished for defending your grind spot because you're the only one getting punished. If you're consistently flagging up on a person that refuses to grind or that refuses to flag up while you're grinding, then you're the one getting destroyed because there's nothing you can physically do about it once you get down to that karma marker where if you kill them, you're going red. This is the biggest problem with BDO's PvP is that they refuse to change the karma system and they have it in place so that way, high tier players don't bully lowbies. And I know there are the people that will, but I guarantee you there are not enough players to outweigh the griefers. There is not. I hear more horror stories about people griefing rotations rather than people dying to random high gear score players. And chances are, if you're a lowbie dying to a high gear score player, they're probably not that high gear score. They're just higher than you. I can name maybe less than a handful of people that would actually go and kill people. And I know a lot of motherfuckers in BDO, all right? So back to the story here. I tried to throw a deck against him, which is a declaration of war, which means I can kill him without penalty because, we're in a declaration of war. However, again, the system punishes me and my guild now because I cannot throw a declaration of war because his guild is so shitty that they're not even war ready. So, what the fuck? What do I do? I just had to leave. There was nothing more I could do. I'm not going to sit here and waste my time with 15 minutes on the clocks left and try and grind over this fucking stupid ass, and then that's my whole problem. So I just went up and found mountain rotation and just started grinding there. That was my only option because I could not physically do anything else. So depending on your circumstances, it changes. If you really want to fight for a spot, like let's say you go to Star's End, right? And you see a guy in a rotation you really want to do, you could definitely ask for a 1v1, especially me. If you come in my rotation and ask for a 1v1, I will literally accommodate you. I'll flag up first and I'll tap you so that way you don't have to lose karma. I literally will not care if you ask for a 1v1. I genuinely don't care. However, if you just roll up in the spot and just start, trying to just fucking blast me, I swear to God, I'll rocket jump so fast and then you will die. 292 AP, I can promise you, there are only 3 players that I'm aware of that can survive me. That's Leroy Jenkins, Hooge, and Bo Duke. Those are the only motherfuckers that I have ever had trouble killing, and that's because they have fucking evasion and DP out the ass. Outside of those 3 players, I can kill just about anybody as long as I'm good enough and you're bad enough. That's really it. Actually, come to think of it, I'm not sure if Boduk is evasion or DP. It's not the point. The point being is that there are only a few players that I struggle killing, and that's because their gear is so massive that I can't even like scratch them, even with 292, because of accuracy reasons or because of they've sacrificed so much AP to have so much survivability. So it takes way more to kill them. But the point being is that I don't personally care for a 1v1 for spot, and most players won't either. If they are completely fine with a 1v1, accept it, fight for it. Best out of 3. So, you know, if you get 2 kills or he gets 2 kills, 1 player walks. Simple as that. And it doesn't matter excuses either. Like you can say, oh, I fucking lagged, or, you know, power went out, or what. No. It doesn't matter. If you die, you die. That's what it is. These are my rules anyway. Like, this is how I do shit. So in the end, when it comes to the story that I'm telling, I had to move. That's just what I had to do. I couldn't deck, couldn't kill him anymore, and I couldn't farm the mobs fast enough to gain karma to keep killing him over and over and over again. So he wins by pure stubbornness. So BDO rewards shit players that grief rotations rather than making PvP a fair domain that is what they are based around. This entire game of Black Desert Online has been based around PvP, and yet they haven't found the one thing that makes sense for PvP, especially when it comes to open world, because that's the one that matters the most. RBF is fun and everything, and same thing with decks, and same thing with node wars, sieges, and stuff like that. Those are all fun. They're great, but open world is the one thing that's most neglected. And it's neglected in a way that provides a way of doing horrible things that are more annoying than fun. Instead of giving the power to the griefers, give the power to the players that literally can actually hold their spot. Because what's the point of me having all this gear and grinding my life away if I can't put it to use in the one place where it fucking matters? And this is the problem that you're going to run into at one point, because you're going to sit here and you're asking a really great question. What is the PvP etiquette? I mean, the PvP etiquette is what I'm explaining. You offer a 1v1 for spot, and then you lose best of 3, whatever your rules you decide between the 2 of you, and then move on about your day. Whoever eats shit gets lost. That's the etiquette. That's how it should be, but it's not, and that's because BDO rewards the griefers instead of rewarding the player that is better. Imagine being so good that you're being punished for being good. Like it's so ass backwards. So realistically, PvP etiquette, honestly, do what you want. There's nothing really I can tell you that will justify your scenarios, because you're going to come across the people that are just going to grind over you, and you can flag up till your heart's fucking just stopping, and then you go blood red. But then you're going to be pissed off because maybe they kill you one time, you lose some expensive crystals, or you lose some XP that's going to lose you away from either 62, 63, so on and so on. There's going to be plenty of scenarios where etiquette is not going to be the question asked. It's more of who's more stubborn. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you learned a little something. I'm sorry it was a bit preachy and venty, but this has been a thing that I want to change so badly, because open world PvP sucks ass. Arsha is practically empty all the time, and there's no real fights. And if you make it possible to defend your grind spot, there might be more people willing to open world fight. But instead, it's this weird, like, let's baby the new players, when in reality, they're just going to get to a point where that baby handheld shit you're doing doesn't matter, and then they're going to see the game for what it really is. Because I used to think the same thing. That's why you get these weirdos that come out here and they're like, this game is so toxic. People are you know, they killed me while I was AFK. They killed me while I was riding on my horse. It's like, shut the bitch. I got real problems. I'm getting griefed at my fucking grind rotation. You bitching about dying to a horse. Like, shut up. What are you on about? Literally bitching about dying about a horse. For real? Are you kidding me? Have you ever had a gold loot scroll that you only have maybe 5 left of griefed? Huh? You ever had that? Real problems? Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to hear that shit. That's some heresy right there, bro. That's why I kill AFK players, because they bitching about fake problems, all right? Okay, it's getting ghetto in here. I'm out of here, boys. I'll catch y'all later.
I'm the one. Yeah, she knows I'm the one. Yeah, she knows I don't need no cutting out.